So here we are into our second video when it comes to starting a YouTube channel. Now, if you're again between the ages of 40 and 60, this channel is specifically made for you because that's my age demographic. I'm 57 years old and I've been doing this for almost 15 years now. So I started after I was 40 and here I am, 57, still talking about it. Now, I've had successful YouTube channels already. I've had 3 of them that have all been monetized. I've done really well with channels like Expert Island, How To Island, Robin's Testing Studio, which was used to monetize a whole bunch of stuff that I have on Amazon. So I've had some success with this. Now, I've been very particular about my niches, very, very, very particular because of the work, the business I had. Originally, the concept was my niche, my clarity. The way I looked at my channel was to support my online store, which was selling audio gear. So, of course, that became the rabbit hole I went down as time went on. Now, it's too narrow of a niche, though I do really well with that. I'm kind of plateaued. Personally, my feeling is after doing that for so many years. So I've decided I want to be more helpful, teaching people what I've learned because so many people ask me, how do I get through all of these steps? Now, that brings us to step number 2. So what does it mean to create a clear identity for your YouTube channel? What I'm talking about is that if you're, let's say we're going to use a channel I have no idea about, because I don't do this, but I live right next to Lake Ontario, is fishing. And we've used that as an example with ChatGPT in our first video. And so let's run down that rabbit hole again. Now, I want to be specific. Am I, somebody who goes fishing in the ocean? Somebody who goes fishing in the lakes? Am I going fishing in a river? Maybe I'm fly fishing. I don't know. That's creating a unique identity down a certain rabbit hole. You want to create that. Now, you can certainly go down a whole path. Maybe you're somebody who does these big trips and you want to log that whole trip, going out fishing and coming back. You want to create that identity and say, that's who I am. Now, you want to start looking at, what's my little logo going to look like? Is it just going to be a picture of me holding a fishing rod? And remember, that's a round circle, similar to what you see behind me. That's mine for this channel right here. It's round. It shows what the name of the channel is, and that's inTheBOX, because everything I do is now under the package of inTheBOX Media. So that's my logo. I chose it. I got help with some AI to make that work, but it's all part of building an identity. How I dress, how I look, how this room is set up, how I set my camera up, these are also all part of my identity. Now, that's my choice. Again, if we go back to this artificial created fishing person, we're going to find out that we need to come up with a description, some way to describe this. So we're going to work on that and put out some points, forms. And if you have a hard time figuring out how to type this out and make this all sound good, just work on describing it. Describe it. Again, use ChatGPT to help you come down to a paragraph. So this way you have an understanding of what this channel should look like, because you're going to need a little bit of information when you set up your channel just to give it some guidance. Now, most likely you're going to be an entertainment channel, but you can become a how-to channel. You're going to teach people how to fly fish, which is cool as well. But you might want to combine that, because you start off as a how-to channel and then you kind of want to lead into basically discoverable videos. Now, what that means is when you go on YouTube and you just open it, there's videos there based on your interests that show up. Those are discoverable videos. How-to videos is how to set a reel on a fishing pole, how to put a worm on a hook. That's how-to videos. A journey you take, going out and talking to the camera as you're going into the airport, talking to the camera as you're going to the lodge, talking to the camera as you're on your ATV, getting yourself to the river that you're going to go fly fishing in. That's a discoverable video. That's a video, that's a story, that's an adventure. So you want to create that and figure out what's best for you. Again, you may choose just to break the ice to do a lot of how-to videos where you're doing it, simply because it helps you in discoverability by search. So someone's going to search how to do something, and of course, if they have an interest or a passion for it, they'll find you, and then they'll watch more of your content, and hopefully as you grow, people that have been following you start to grow. They find you through search. They hang around because your content's just awesome. Now remember, awesome doesn't happen right away. Yes, you have to log in your 50 videos just like everybody else, just like me. This is what we're going to do. We're going to learn. Now, sometimes you get lucky, and a lot of times you don't realize it. You talk to me, and I've been forthcoming. I've told you that I've already done 1,500 videos because of my other channels. And though I'm keeping this as simple as possible, I come with some expertise. I come with some experience to making these videos. I know what I'm looking for. I know what the audio's got to sound like. I know what the video's got to look like. I know what my expectations are, and I know what the homework has to be for me to make this successful. But remember, this is all about me helping you, and together we're going to get somewhere. So things to do and not to do. So again, because you're clarifying and you're getting all this together, if you've got to pick a name for your channel, keep it down to 3 words that make either no sense at all or make absolute sense. So if I'm going to be the guy who goes fishing in the river and I'm traveling and I'm going through all of that, maybe I'm going to want to pick a name that's going to have the word fishing in it. Travel Adventure. The Fishing Traveling Adventure Show. Or the Fishing Adventure Robin Show. Or Robin's, I'm just making this shit up right on the fly. Robin's, let's try another one. Robin's Fishing Adventures. How about that? I like that one. Robin's Fishing Adventures. That would be awesome. If I'm making a fishing show, I'd be that. Now, if all I ever did was fly fishing, maybe I would change fishing for fly fishing. So, Robin's Adventure Fly Fishing Show. Follow me on my trips around the world to go fly fishing. Yes, there you go. Or follow me while I go camping and fly fish to get the most beautiful fish. I don't know what I'm talking about. Videos. That's what it's all about. That's how you get from point A to point B. I don't know anything about fishing. I don't know anything about fly fishing. But I do know that if you make it sound exciting, people are going to want to watch it. And if you take the time to set yourself up with a camera here and there, and you take time to do things, this is really going to help you out. Remember, I don't want you to go out and spend money on paying somebody to make a picture. Now, if you can't do it and if you can't make a logo, we're going to have to work on that. Now, there's things like Fiverr where you can go search for logos, but you kind of have to pay a little bit for that. And then somebody else will do the work for you and give it to you. But the idea is here not to spend money. I don't want you to invest in all kinds of stuff. I want you to enjoy the journey, and learning how to do things is very important. I'm going to teach you how to do this with AI in another video because we're going to do a lot of this. Now, if you want to skip ahead and just say, well, what's wrong? What's the software program? I'll put it down in the description below, but I think I use Claudio to make that. So some software is good just to have a conversation with, like ChatGPT. Some software is much better at creating pictures and images, and some software can help you as a content creator to make small video clips and stuff like that. Try and stick with the stuff that's free. We're going to put together a list and have a video dedicated to just that. But for now, let's just stick with what we need here, and we need to build a little bit of content. So yes, you're going to need a little logo. Maybe just start with an image of yourself holding a fishing pole if that's what you're doing. Let's keep it simple, and then we'll work our way to getting an actual circle program if that's what you want. I mean, you may never want that. That may be something you don't care about. Maybe all you want is your face holding a fishing pole if that's what you're going for. Also remember, don't use any slang or slick terms to describe things. Don't, play on words. Let's not get too much into that when you're trying to pick a name for your channel, okay? It's important that people can easily recognize themselves when they look at your videos and the name that's going on. I say that while using the word in the box for my channel because we're in the box. We're in the TV right now. This is all about entertainment, and I'm talking to you. So that's my choice. You got to find yours and figure out what you think is right. Let me know down in the comments what you're thinking about when it comes to your channel, because of course you've been working on your niche, and now you're basically working on how you're going to bring this forward. You're going to need your name for the channel. You're going to need a little bit of description to help you decide what your channel is going to look like. So this is your next part. You got to work on that a little bit. So I hope at this point in time I've earned the right to ask you to subscribe, and then we'll move on to this little icon right here. That's going to be the next video we're going to be talking about, and it's going to be to understand your audience's viewing habits. That's going to be super important, and that's going to help you on your journey. So I'll see you in just a few seconds. Thanks for watching.